Jordan Tailor.
I don't want to say too much about myself, but basically, I do anything, and I'm kind of handy even with it. Not just in this occupation. I can do a little carpentry, little small things here and there. I get involved with everything. Somebody doesn't do it, so go to Jordan, he will do it for you.
Started tailoring business, started learning the occupation there on my early teenage. And then I came here like approximately mid-20s, early 20s, mid-20s. And so far I'm here. I started business on Newbury Street, 1982. When I moved here, I didn't speak any English. I speak few words, 10 words of English. Good morning, goodbye, good night, things like that. It's the most usual word. Take me a little while to get used to it, and the lifestyle a little different here. It's a little bit more mechanical. You gotta go to work, you gotta go, you don't have so much relaxation like in Europe, the way I used to, there I was a little bit more, relaxed. In the beginning, I tried to go to take private lessons for English. I pay for 6 lessons and I went only for 2 times. I was working 10 hours a day. So after work, I have to rush to get a bus to go to find the teacher. And then after that lesson, I have to go home to study. So that was a little too much for me. And after a little while, a couple of times I went, because it was 1 lesson a week, something. So I stopped it. Then I got a couple of books and I was reading and tried to learn on my own, a couple of different books I read. And I come to a point, so I'm reading, but like a first grader, second grader, reading newspapers, but it's not very fluid, you have to really careful, slowly.
Born in Greece, Jordan has been working as a tailor for at least 30 years. He says the occupation hasn't always been easy, but actually took some getting used to.
Tailoring shop there, and I went as an apprentice with no pay. I was working there 6 days a week, long hours. And at the end of the week, I get like few dollars just to buy, little things, just to have money, spending money for the weekend, for 1 day and a half over the weekend. So that's basically what it was. A hard way to start it, as a young kid. What was bothering me then was my friends was playing outside and I was working always inside with adults. You know what I mean? That was a tough thing to handle. After a little while, a couple of years was tough, and then I get used to it.
Jordan had also gotten used to the pressures of owning a business during the economic collapse. Though he wasn't pressured to close shop, he still believed in the need to keep his customers coming back regardless.
The economy is bad. It's not only doesn't come so much work. It's other problems also. When things is bad out there, it's bad. So sometimes people get excited, they bring a lot of stuff, and then they don't, by the time I finish, they don't have enough fun to come to pick them up. Then I have more stock, leftover clothes, when the economy is bad. Understand? Sometimes even I try for a big order, so for something is not brand new, if it's so much work to be done, to take down payment. For that reason, to make the customer to come easier to get it after, to not have a huge balance. You know what I mean? But sometimes even after down payment, people cannot come and get it. I have more leftovers. If I have 2% leftover when things is blooming, when think economy is no good, I can have like 5% leftovers. You understand? And that's piling up. I only have a small space like that, so I cannot keep it for so many years. So after a few years, I have to take things and give it to Goodwills, of course, it's totally lost economically for me, I lost my time, I pay the helper, and no collect anything. So that's no fun, but have to be done.
But those troubles did not stop Jordan from carrying on with his business. Instead, he says that he sees himself here a little while longer.
I believe I'll be here like another decade, maybe a little less than a decade, but more than 5 years. You know what I mean? So that's where I see myself if I'm healthy. You know what I mean? So everything's depend on that also. You have to be healthy in order to keep doing it. So far I'm feeling very good and I'll keep going and I don't plan for early retirement. So I'm almost 60 now. I'm not 60 yet. So I'm not rushing.